Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech and this is the unboxing of the Redmi Y2. So this is the second phone in the Y series and the box packaging looks the entirely same. But what the phone offers is way different from the Redmi Y1 that we have reviewed last year. Now let's get on with the unboxing. So guys, this is the box. It looks exactly like the last year's Redmi Y1 with just a name difference. So at the bottom we have the name, that's the Redmi Y2, and at the top it says India's #1 smartphone brand. At the bottom we have some serial numbers, and at the top we have the box contents, manufacturing date, and so on. We also have the SAR value just in case you are interested. Here you go, that's the SAR value. And on the back we have some highlighting features, IMEI number, color of the phone, and the variant. It even says made in India. So guys, now let's get on with the unboxing. This phone is sold exclusively online on mi.com and amazon.in in two variants. Base variant is priced at 10,000 rupees for 3GB of RAM and 32GB of storage, and the next variant is priced at 13,000 rupees for 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage. It's available in three colors: dark grey, gold, and rose gold. I have the dark grey color with us right now. So guys, at the top we have the phone. Let me just put that aside for now. So this is a cardboard box. Let's see what we get inside. So we get some documentation, a user guide, and this is a soft silicone pouch. I wish they could have given us a black one, just like they did with the Redmi Note 5 Pro and the Redmi Note 5. Anyway, this is what we get. Next we have the 10 watts power adapter. By the way, this is also the new style power adapter that we have been seeing with the Redmi Note 5 Pro and the Redmi Note 5. Next we get the regular micro USB charging cable, a SIM card ejector, and that's all we get inside the box. Now let's come back to the phone. So guys, this is how the phone looks. On the front we have another sticker saying the highlighting features like the cameras and the display. Let me just peel this off. Next, even on the back we have some specifications, SIM card tray information, IMEI number, and so on. So guys, this is how the phone looks without any stickers, and this is the dark grey color, and this is how it looks. Now let's have a quick physical overview and then check out the specs. Now on the back this phone has a plastic bill with a nice matte metal finish, which definitely looks like a metal bill, but it is plastic. We can say that looking at these plastic antenna bands. Now starting at the top, it has a dual camera setup just like the Redmi Note 5 Pro, with a 12 megapixel primary camera and a 5 megapixel secondary camera for depth sensing, with f2.2 aperture, followed by a fingerprint scanner and MI branding at the bottom. On the front, it has a 5.99-inch display with HD plus resolution with the new 18:9 aspect ratio. Above the display, we have the 16 megapixel primary camera with a dedicated soft LED flash and f2.2 aperture. Following that are sensors and earpiece. At the bottom, it is completely plain. We don't have any capacitor buttons, we have on-screen buttons instead. On the right side, it has the power and volume buttons. At the bottom, it has dual speaker grills. On the left side, it probably has a microphone. At the center, we have the micro USB charging port, and on the right side, it has a speaker. At the top, we have the infrared blaster, microphone hole, and the 3.5mm audio jack. On the left side, we have the SIM card tray, and this is how the SIM card tray looks like. It has two nano SIM slots, along with a dedicated SD card slot. Under the hood, it sports a Snapdragon 625 processor with a Adreno 506 GPU and a 3000 mAh battery. It has all the basic sensors including compass, FM radio, gyroscope, fingerprint scanner. It even has an infrared blaster and has face unlock feature. Now with all these features, phone has a thickness of just 8.1 mm and weighs 170 grams. Now this is how the phone looks with the case on. It has cutouts for all the ports, infrared blaster, audio jack, and it even has a raised lip for the fingerprint scanner and the camera module. Even on the front, it has a slightly raised lip. Not a lot of protection, but it does give some protection even if you place your phone on its face. But for the most part, camera module is protected, so that's a good thing. And because of the cutout for the fingerprint scanner, it's much more easily traceable. So a pretty good case, but I wish it was in black. So guys, now let me turn on the phone and see what we get right out of the box. So guys, out of that 3GB of RAM, we get about 2GB of free RAM right out of the box. And out of that 32GB of storage, we get about 23GB of free space for our user apps and user data. This phone has a dedicated SD card slot, so you really don't have to worry about the storage. Now this is the about page. This one is running MIUI version 9.5 based on Android version 8.1.0 Oreo. Now this is probably the first Xiaomi phone to come with Oreo right out of the box in India. Now let's go back. As this phone is running MIUI version 9.5, we should be having full screen display. That's the gestures. Now these are the navigation keys and we can switch to gestures by just doing that. Now I have enabled gestures. Now I can swipe from the bottom to go home, swipe and hold for recent tabs. Now to go back, I can simply swipe from the left or right corner. I can do just that. I get a nice animation and I can go back. So there you go. Those are the gestures, and using these gestures, it is very easy to use this phone single-handedly. And as you can see, all the animations are very fluid and there are no hiccups whatsoever. It just takes some time to get used to. Now this is the camera interface. Now if you want to use the portrait mode for the rear camera, simply swipe left, and this is the portrait mode. Now to switch to the front-facing camera, just use that toggle. And if you want to use the portrait mode for the front-facing camera, use it over here. Now unlike the Redmi Note 5 Pro, this phone has auto HDR for both the front camera and even the rear camera. So we might see auto HDR for the Redmi Note 5 Pro pretty soon. So this is the camera interface. Now this phone also seems to be having electronic image stabilization for video recording. Now if we go to settings, now this phone can record video up to full HD resolution, and surprisingly this phone even has image stabilization while Redmi Note 5 doesn't. So that's like a shocker. Now these are all the apps that come pre-installed. Not a lot of bloatware, but if you're not going to use any of these apps, simply disable them or uninstall them. Now here are some sample pictures taken using the front and rear cameras. Now let me set up Face Unlock for this phone. It seems to be pretty fast. Now let's check the Face Unlock feature. Now I've locked my phone. It is fast. Not the fastest, but fast. I can still see the lock screen. In most phones like the Vivo V9, Vivo Y83, even the Realme Y2, most of the time I won't even see the lock screen. So compared to those phones, this is slightly slow. Now I'm just going to close my eyes and see if it can unlock the phone or not. So if my eyes are closed, phone is not unlocking. Now let's see how it works in low lighting conditions. So guys, in low lighting conditions, it's not working at all. Now let's check out the fingerprint scanner. I've already set it up, so let's give it a try. So guys, even the fingerprint scanner is fast. Not super fast like the Oppo and Vivo phones, but it is still pretty fast. So guys, this is the new Redmi Y2. I would like to call it the Redmi Note 5 killer because it literally killed its own phone. This might definitely become the best phone under 10,000 rupees. It literally has everything you can ask for. It has good amount of performance, dual camera setup on the rear, portrait mode for the front and rear cameras, a selfie-centric front-facing camera, full view display, face unlock, fast fingerprint scanner, literally everything. It even has a dedicated SD card slot, which the Redmi Note 5 is missing at the same price range. Now the only downside for this phone would be the screen resolution. It just has a HD plus resolution, and if you like to play a lot of games, then you might miss the additional pixels. Now if you're a normal user who doesn't play a lot of games, then this might definitely be the best phone you can buy under 10,000 rupees. As an alternative, we still have the Realme Y2, but as of now it has memory management issues. Until Oppo can fix that, I will definitely recommend you to go with this phone instead of the Realme Y2. If in case Oppo fixes the memory management issue, definitely go with the Realme Y2. Except for the fingerprint scanner, it offers you a lot more things than what this phone offers. By the way guys, I forgot to mention earlier, this phone weighs 170 grams, while the Redmi Note 5 and the Note 5 Pro weighs around 180 grams. Now this phone has a plastic build and just has a 3000 mAh battery, so I don't understand why this phone has to weigh around 170 grams. And that's definitely one of the cons for this phone. So guys, what do you think about this phone? What do you think about the fact that it is trying to undercut the market for the Redmi Note 5 and in a way hurting all the users who have bought the Redmi Note 5 with better cameras and the same Snapdragon 625 processor? So let me know about that, and will you buy this phone or the Realme Y2? do let me know by commenting below this video, and if you're planning to buy this phone, use the link in the description. It really helps the channel, and if you want me to make any specific video on this phone or any other phone, do let me know by commenting below this video and I'll try to make it as soon as possible. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.